Hey, you guys, and welcome to American Culture. You like my outfit? I finally found a shirt that goes with a lot of these skirts, and boop, boop, ready to go. With that being said, we're going to continue with what we started yesterday with the whole how do you pray thing. Remember, I told you it's about going to God as if He's God and to not, leave your prayers empty, basically throwing up a whim and really believing that God's going to do what He does. And so today we're going to go over the first, really, like two lines of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You see, the thing is, when you go to God, we must remember that He is holy. He's separate. He's not involved in the ways of this world. And so when you're praying, look around for the things that make God holy and separate. Thank you, Father, for this day that I have awakened, that I am able to use my free will without restrictions, that I can go to work and provide for my family. And all of this is because of you and your separation, your holiness. I know that I don't deserve it because of what the world is trying to do to people, but because I am sheltered in your wings, Father, I am forever grateful. Those types of things say, okay, Father, hallowed be your name. Separate, holy. I see it. The next thing is, I'm having a moment as I go through this, if you guys can't tell. The next thing is, your kingdom come, your will be done as it is on earth as it is in heaven. Now you have to understand, this goes back to you having a preordained plan, something destined in you, a purpose for you to be able to accomplish. And so you're basically trying to bring that down to earth. And the way that we go about doing that is by using our imagination, the things that God says to us, the things that we hear. So the first thing that you're asking for is, God, I strengthen my trust in you, that what I hear, that I know that it's from your voice. How you do that, you read the Bible, you kind of get closer to God that way, but that's a different story for another day. And so when you're asking for His will to come down, you're saying, Lord, I want to be able to believe in the things that you have told me. That stuff that's off the wall and way out there and way more than I could have ever imagined for myself, Lord. I want to be able to believe in that. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The second thing that you're asking is to go back to the days of Adam and Eve. You see, before they went off and decided that they needed the apple and whatever else, it was perfectly fine that they heard the direction from God and they did what the Lord wanted them to do. And in doing that, they lived a good and gracious, great life. And so you're saying, God, put me back to the beginning. And usually that's where your prayers start, with a problem. And you're saying, God, put me back to the beginning when it was just you and me. And I could hear your direction and I would do what you wanted me to do so I could have the result that you would want for me to have. You know that there's better. You believe that there is. You have faith in that. Now pray to God as if that better is real. Like being able to go back to the beginning, that system reset where it's just you and the Lord, and I'm making this do what God needs me to make it do is going to work. And that's the primary goal of the majority of our prayers. And just those first two lines is recognizing that God is God. These are all of the things that make Him glorious and holy. I want nothing more than to go back to the beginning of whatever this is and have it be done right. Now, the second part of prayer is understanding that in order to go back to the beginning, we have to recognize the end of some things. And like I say, that's a different story for another day, but we'll talk about that tomorrow and how that applies to give us this day our daily bread and the next two things. So what we learned today is that for the most part, most of us go to God when we have some type of a problem and we don't know where to start. Usually it's at the beginning, even if that means that you have to backtrack in order to figure out how to do that. We're praying for these things when we recognize that God is separate from all of this, all of the mess, all of the problems, all the issues, and I can go to Him to set things right. Not only can I go to Him to set things right, I can look out in my environment and see where He's already done that. Have a blessed day, you guys.